everyone, hope you're doing well. Today on Collection Lessons, I want to talk about dividends. It's part of my Collection Lesson series. Not anything I say on this channel is not anything advice, and let's get going. So when I talk about dividends, I'm not talking about any sort of investment or monies thing. I'm talking more so like, not the banking term, but like a simple fact of giving and receiving. And when you give something, either your time or your money, what are you getting in return? And it's not always like a transactional relationship. It's more like there could be obligations, there could be different things behind it. So we'll get into some examples. So when talking about dividends, first thing I can think of is I'm in an IT role. Back when I was a teenager, I started being really good with technology and computers, and I could fix computers. So I tried that. I tried to fix computers for people. And when I did that, I found that, if I offer my services, we'll call it, if I fix a computer, I was like, well, how much do I charge? And I was like, well, let's start with $20 an hour, because I thought, everything was an hourly rate back in the day. And then you get the money. You get $20 for an hour, right? It's a one-time deal, and that's great. Turns out it wasn't. The reason why is because when you fix someone's computer, when you build a computer for someone, there's this invisible thing called an obligation. That's obligation. And it's called, when it breaks again, you're my guy. You fix it again. So the obligation is the next fix, right? People will be like, well, you built the computer and now it's having issues, therefore you're on the hook for life. And now you gotta fix my computer for life, until I switch IT guys. That's kind of how it goes for IT people. That's why I don't fix computers anymore. But that was the obligation. That was the dividend, was maybe I would get another job from them in the future. Maybe I'll get the next fix. But there wasn't any other type of dividend. And the problem is, like, if I meet someone that makes $100,000 from their laptop, let's say, their laptop breaks and I fix it. They charge him $20, give me $20. Then he goes and makes another $100,000 after that. There's the dividend I get is he knows I can fix the computer, so he's going to call me again to fix it for $20. There's no dividend of the next amount of money he's making or anything like that. The next dividend is an obligation for the next fix. It's a horrible dividend. I don't want an obligation. I don't want to fix it next time for $20. I'm not, broke. I don't need to have $20, the one time a year, maybe. And on top of all that, it's like if I got better at my job, I found that I could fix a computer, let's say, in 15 minutes. And then my hourly rate is like, it's $5 then at that point. $5 per 15 minutes. It's like I was getting screwed either way. So I stopped doing that. And I think that was another video, like, what was it called? It was another video back in the day. I think it was called Punished for Being Good. I think it was something like that, where I talked about the hourly and then going to like an actual job rate rather than an hourly. I tried to fix my non-dividend box. I was stuck in this box for no dividends. No dividends. No dividends. I'm going to finish that. There's no dividends here. The dividends is an obligation. It's a horrible obligation. And you think of, like, when you're at work, what does that look like? Well, it looks like you trade your time for dollars. We'll go with $20 again. And then you get $20 an hour. Let's say, so like you work 8 hours, 160, before tax and all that stuff. What do you get? What's the dividend you get? Well, it's a time for dollars thing. And your obligation is to stay with the company for next day, like another day, right? It's like, tomorrow you're going to get another day. So you get an obligation. What does an obligation look like, right? It looks like you get to work the next day, and the next day, the next day. The problem is you, when you are stuck in this no dividends box, same as this one, you're giving dividends to someone else. So, quick example, if I start a lawn mowing business, it'll start like this. Time for dollars, I'll go do a mowing lawn, thing. Obligation is maybe next month they'll call me to do the lawn. Exact same as the IT thing, exact same as the mowing thing. exact same as time equals dollar. That's how it all works. That's a job. So this is all jobs, basically. The problem is to go from a no dividends thing to having dividends and getting them rather than giving them. Think of it like this. If I start a lawn mowing business and I hire 5 people and they're happy, they're great, they put on a smile, they dress nice, they make, good contacts, they get a bunch of contracts for me, and then they go and do the job. I got 5 people out there mowing lawns with the equipment. I'm not talking about expenses and income here. Those 5 people represent the mowing business brand. Chris's Mowing Business. Those 5 people talk to people. They get, clients for the company, not for them. They get it for Chris's Mowing Business, right? And then when people, let's say, tell their friends about it, they tell them about Chris's Mowing Business. Yeah, the great guy that, he's got working for him does this and this and this. Therefore, the owner is getting dividends. The person at the top of the corporate structure that looks like a triangular shape is getting the dividends from all the employees below it. Because generally, there's no ongoing cash flow for the person that is working the job. They're there to do the job, and that's it. There's no, when you quit your job, let's say the one mower quits his job and he has 10 contracts with people. I'm going to hire someone, cover those 10 contracts. That previous employee gave me dividends for those future contracts. If you think of it like that, when I work or when you work at a job, you are giving somebody else dividends of your hard work, and you don't want to be in that position. There's no dividends. I mean, you can for if you're looking for some money, but you want things that give you dividends, not in generally a number sense, but just in a giving and getting sense. That's not a transactional thing. I believe that if I help somebody out, and if I help out people enough, that I will get something in return, kind of like a karma type thing, right? And it's not about well, if I give somebody $1 million, I'm looking to get $2 million out of them. It's no, it could be in different forms. It could be if I, help you out with IT stuff, and you help me out with my taxes, and then I help this person out with, let's say car work, and then they help me out by some, time in the future pulling me out of a ditch, and I help you out. It's called a friendship in a sense, right? There's I help you, and then sometime in the future, generally, you'll help me. And that's just how it works. Because if it's not, then it's I help you, I give you things, I do things, and nothing in return. And that's just either a sour or, expired friendship, if you want to call it like that. Because there's always a value in giving. It's if you give someone your time, generally you want some of that time back in value going the other way. If I help you on the side of the road, and down the road, maybe, you help me when I break down, or I need a ride to work, or whatever, right? As long as there's some sort of relationship there, that's a relationship, that's fine, right? It's there's a famous Reddit story where there's this guy that is over on the side of the road, nobody's helping him, he just needs a tire changed. People are driving by, and this family of I think it's 7 or 6 come along. Guy doesn't speak English, but he's I'll help, and then he helps him put the tire on, and then the original guy, he wants to give him money, and he's oh no, I don't want your money. He didn't speak good English. He's I don't want money. He said, today you, tomorrow me. And if you look that up on Reddit, maybe I'll post a link in the description about this famous place or famous story. I think it's on Reddit, and it's today it was you on the side of the road that needed help. Tomorrow it could be me. It's kind of that whole pay it forward thing. And it's not about an obligation, it's just about being value based and dividend based focused. That it's not always about getting these people that are always trying to get you or IT guy to fix their computer, it's not about that. But it's more of a giving sense, and that just kind of comes with overall general happiness, I think. But anyway, that's what I want to share with dividends. How you can kind of see where you get stuck. It's what's the dividends of helping someone? What's the dividends of not helping them? And are you getting something in return? in a sense, and is the friendship actually there? Or has it expired? Is it gone? You know? So, anyway, just want to share that. Thanks, and talk soon.